hola, good morning, buenos dias, and magandang umaga to everyone. Today it is already the day 10 of the MCO, Movement Control Order, due to the COVID-19 pandemic outbreak. However, this morning I'm not going to talk anything about COVID-19, neither about the MCO. Instead, this morning I want to kickstart by sharing some motivational talks with all of you. And this positive thought is about overcoming our fears. I admit that we all have fears in our life, but if we fail to control this fear and it grows excessively, then it is going to adversely impact you in your life. Although fear is very tiny, it is very little as compared to the size of your body. In fact, or as a matter of fact, it only exists right here inside our mind, but then it is undoubtedly one of the biggest contributors to thinking negatively in life. You see, negative thinking can restrain us from doing what we really want in life, and therefore by not doing things that we really want in life, by being overwhelmed by this feeling of fear or by this fear, we actually already put a standard for ourselves, a low standard as compared to the full potential that we supposed to be able to achieve if only we manage this fear well. To get this to you, or to convey this overcoming our fears to you, and so you will understand, in order for you to understand this way more easier. Say for example, I'll give you an analogy. Say for example, you have a feeling towards your classmate, a man or maybe a woman, depending on what sex you are. And you have the feeling, but then because you fear too much of getting a rejection or being rejected, then you concluded not to tell that feeling of yours to the one to whom you have fallen for. Okay? So, by being trapped in the situation, actually, you have already set a losing point for you. You already lose before even you take up the steps or take up the actions. You already put a low standard, you already keep yourself at the back instead of getting closer to what you actually want. And in this way, there is no way you are going to be able to achieve what you really want in life if you keep up with this kind of mindset. So, what actually can we do? You might be wondering, what actually can we do in order to overcome this fear? Number one, what I can say for now is that to practice gratitude, every single day gratitude. By saying thank you to every criticism, by every commands given by anybody, it will only show that you have a good confidence in you. You have a good sense of reliability upon yourself. Okay? So, by practicing this every single day, by practicing gratitude, by saying thank you to every command that you receive, you will first admit that you have weakness, but then you do not admit defeat. You admit that you have weakness, but then you do not admit defeat. Okay? Which means that you will continue to work towards your goal. You will continue to work towards your goal. So by having this kind of mindset, you will have a consistent and what do you call that? Consistently building your empire. If only it is an empire. And another thing that you can do is to not be afraid of committing mistakes. Yes, this is very true. Do not be afraid of committing mistakes or doing mistakes. In fact, every expert is once, every expert was once a beginner. You can never be expert in just a blink of time or in a blink of an eye. There is no way you're going to be able to do so. So what you can do is to start making mistakes. And maybe by making mistakes, by not being afraid of making mistakes, you will observe more of what is wrong, and you will know what is wrong, and then you will then come up with some solutions and some new mechanisms that will help you to cope with the problems. If such a problem ever happen again in the future, then you already have the way to deal with it. Okay, if you get me. I'm already trying to express this to you or convey this to you in the most simple way. So I hope that you will get this message. Number one, practice gratitude, and number two, commit mistakes. Okay, do not be afraid of doing mistakes or making mistakes in your life, because every time you make a mistake, you will learn. Every time you make a mistake, you will learn, and you will then improve. Okay, so I think that is all from me today or this morning. My dearest friends and family, continue to be at your homes. Do not go out, because we are still in the MCO period. And last but not least, stay safe. Don't play and do not underestimate the virus. It is very sad that day by day we witness an increment of cases, but then we still hope that our frontliners will manage with it. Okay, so that is all from me. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sparing your time for watching this video. Goodbye.